Howdy, folks. I'm the Old Ranger with an exciting new story of real life in the Old West. With the outbreak of the war between the states, the federal government began recalling its troops from Arizona, and the Apaches soon ruled that territory uncontested. Now, ranchers, miners, and prospectors were either killed or had to get out. That is all except one rancher named Pete Kitchen. Our story is about this rancher's heroic stand against the Apache horde, his last stand, which took place, strangely enough, on Pete Kitchen's wedding night. Pete had arrived in Arizona from his native Kentucky back in '54, homesteaded 1,000 acres of rich bottom land, and set in raising crops and his pride and joy, pigs. Within a few years, his pigs had grown famous. Stores in Tucson, 58 miles to the north, advertised Pete Kitchen hams, and his tasty bacon was equally famous. The Apaches had raided him time and time again, but there on his ranch, he'd stayed unconquered and unconquerable, up till this, the day of his wedding.
You should have been here by now, Deacon.
Well, patience, Pete, my boy. It's a long, hot ride from Tubac.
Saw a raiding party earlier this morning, heading toward Tubac.
The good Lord will take care of his own, especially such a beautiful little young angel as she is.
Just her and her brothers. What chance would they have against the Apache?
Mr. Kitchen! Mr. Kitchen! Cloud of dust to the north. Can't tell yet whether they're wearing hats or not. I said there's at least 50 of them.
Spread the alarm.
North wall, boys! Let's give them a welcome! They're behind the rise over there. I can't see nothing but the dust. But they're still coming.
Same as always, boys. Shoot any son of a bronco that ain't wearing a hat.
They're coming into the open now. Hold it! They ain't Apaches, them soldiers. A whole company of them. Supply wagon. Civilians, too. The main bunch is going right on by. But there's somebody cutting out this way. It looks like just one of them. No, it's two.
It's Donna Rosa!
Hallelujah!
The boss sure cuts a fancy picture in his wedding outfit, don't he?
Yeah. People dress the same way for a burying.
Welcome.
You poor dear, you must be plumb wore out. Come, we'll all help you get ready. Come on. Did you bring something old and something new? Some of you men folks, bring in our things.
Captain, you sure gave us quite a start. We weren't expecting a cavalry escort, but I do thank you.
Well, it's my pleasure, Mr. Kitchen. We were scheduled to pass by here today, so we thought it best that the young lady come with us. Before I get back to my company, I'd like to have a word with you, if I may.
Oh, certainly. Come on in the house. Sit down, Captain.
I'll get right to the point, Mr. Kitchen. My men out there on the trail represent the last of the federal forces leaving Arizona. Now, there are some civilians accompanying us. Miners, prospectors, ranchers like yourself.
Captain, for 2 years, the Apaches have come at me with everything they got. They ruined my crops, turned my prize pigs into perambulating pincushions with their cussed arrows, tried to set fire to this house. There's a graveyard out there that's full, and all of them ain't Apaches. But, Captain, I ain't no closer to running today than I was 2 years ago.
Yes,
Now,
but...
sure, I pay my men double wages, but most of them would stay on anyhow. As for the deacon, well, he don't want to go outside, not since the Apaches caught him circuit riding and chased him through my gate some 6 months back.
Mr. Kitchen, I hadn't expected you or your men to accompany our withdrawal. I was mainly thinking of your fiancée. I understand she has relatives well east of here?
Yeah.
Well, I think you should at least compel her to join us.
Rosa. Rosa! Rosa! Rosa, the captain here has a question.
About joining your withdrawal, Captain.
Yes, ma'am?
You already know my answer, don't you?
Yes, ma'am. I'm afraid I do.
Rosa.
Captain, I do wish you could stay for the ceremony.
That would be a real pleasure, ma'am. But I must rejoin my troops. Mr. Kitchen, you are indeed fortunate. Aside from being a lovely lady, your fiancé possesses in no small amount that same indomitable courage and all due respects to you, ma'am, cussed stubbornness with which you, sir, are so abundantly endowed. I wish you both a happy marriage.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here to witness the joining of this man and this woman in the bonds of holy matrimony. Now the good Lord hath said that it is not good for man to live alone. Therefore, he said, I shall create him a helpmate. And for this cause, man has left his father and his mother and has cleaved with his wife.
Mr. Kitchen! Mr. Kitchen! Doggone it. You're doing a good job, Deacon. Excuse me. Apaches?
Not yet, but you better come with us right now.
There's nobody yonder.
It's a cavalry outfit.
You can't see him from the tower.
They've been going at it hot and heavy. Tapering off some now.
All right, boys, let's go give them some help.
Hold on. Listen.
The shooting stopped.
Yeah. Probably just a stray pack. Those soldier boys made short work of them.
Maybe. Deacon, you take care of her. I'll be back as quick as I can.
All right, Pete.
Maybe the soldier boys took care of him, and maybe they just scared him off. But if the cavalry didn't finish him, they'll be back to take a crack at us. Slim, you and Shorty right out there and have a look. We better get extra sentinels posted, check our weapons, and let's get the pigs under cover. Plenty more ammunition in the house. You better get some. Well, I guess we've done everything we can. You two will both be up in the tower. The moon will soon be bright enough to see real good.
Oh,
Pardon me.
excuse me.
Any word yet?
Nope. She had the ladies brew up a nice hot cup of coffee for the boys. Yes, sir. At a time like this, there ain't nothing better for a man than a good hot cup of coffee. Along with some good hot praying, of course.
Well, I can't spare Jake and his fiddle. He's guarding the north wall. But Apaches or no Apaches, we're getting married this night.
Deacon?
You ready? Well, then, if you two will just step right over here, we'll get along with it. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here to witness the joining of this man and this woman in holy wedlock. If anyone, therefore, can show just cause why they may not be lawfully joined together, let him now speak, or else forever hold his peace. Pete Kitchen, wilt thou have this woman...
Mr. Kitchen! Mr. Kitchen!
Oh, doggone it.
I hate to bust in on you like this, Mr. Kitchen, but we brought back somebody that we think you ought to talk to right now.
He's the only one left.
And that ain't all. You tell Mr. Kitchen what you told us.
What is it, son?
They killed them all. Every man, woman, baby. Then they set fire to our wagons. All except one.
It was a powder wagon, Mr. Kitchen. The Apaches took the powder wagon with them. Ain't much question what them red heathens gonna do with all that powder.
That'll give them Apaches their best chance yet of blowing you to kingdom come, Mr. Kitchen.
They're camped a couple of miles from here. They likely ain't gonna wait much past sunup.
Saddle me a horse.
No, Pete.
Give us time to saddle a couple of fresh ones, too.
No, I don't expect you boys to ride with me. And enough money in the world to pay for that kind of work.
All the money in the world ain't gonna do nobody no good. Not if them Apaches have that powder wagon tomorrow morning.
I'm riding with you too, Mr. Kitchen.
All right, boy. On your way.
Pete. Pete, there must be some other way. Oh, you mustn't go out there.
Rosa, there's no other way. You heard what the men said. I've got to get that powder wagon. Don't you worry none. I'll be back quick as a hog's grunt.
Pete! Quicker than a hog's grunt.
We better go the rest of the way by foot.
It's old Red Sleeves himself. Come for the kill.
Pete Kitchen! Goodbye!
He speaks English.
Better than you or me. He spent a lot of time with white people, mostly bad ones.
He hates all white people now like crazy.
There's our passport to doomsday.
At least 3 guards.
Like flies around a hog trough.
We ain't gonna be able to get close enough there to do nothing.
Not unless they get awful careless. Or maybe liquored up.
What good's that gonna do? Ain't gonna make no difference if they get liquored up. We still ain't gonna get close enough to that rig to do nothing about it. I do not.
Well, what are we gonna do, Mr. Kitchen?
I'm gonna just sit tight for a spell and wait.
My legs hurt so much I can't hardly move.
If we stay like this much longer, we ain't gonna be able to get ourselves out of here. Forget about that wagon.
No use arguing about that.
Come on.
Sure hope it works.
I know Apache, son. It'll work.
It's got to. Be daylight soon.
We still have some time. My prize 4 sucklings. All right, you boys know what to do?
Yes, sir. We all set.
All right. Get going. Boy?
Yes, sir.
Well, let's get on with it. Put that around your hand, son. Here we go. Slow and easy. Well, we sure took care of the powder wagon.
Well, hallelujah.
Yes, but they're going to be hot on our trail in a few minutes, so let's get on with the marriage ceremony.
What, right here, right now?
Oh, Deacon, please.
Well, I haven't got my good book with me, but, well, no matter.
Well, we haven't much time.
Dearly beloved.
From where we left off, please.
Oh, Pete Kitchen. Will you take this woman here for your lawful wedded wife? Will you promise to love, obey, cherish, and comfort her for as long as you both shall live?
I will.
Donna Rosa, will you accept this man as your lawful wedded husband? Will you promise to love him?
There they come!
And all of the other questions that I just asked him just a few minutes ago, as long as you both shall live.
I will.
Join your right hands together, please. Inasmuch as you've decided and determined to become wedded in holy wedlock, then I now pronounce you man and wife.
That's a flag of truce! Hey, they're carrying a white flag of truce!
I don't trust
It is. It's a white flag. He's carrying a white flag, the one in front.
You keep them covered with your rifles, boys. I'll go try to find him something to answer with. You, stay with the deacon.
Oh, I am.
Pete Kitchen! You come out! Alone! Pete Kitchen!
Keep those rifles on him.
Wait! No guns! We have come to make terms.
What kind of terms?
From now on, we will not come more than half-mile from your ranch. You, Pete Kitchen, will stay away from Apache stronghold. Forever. Agreed?
Agreed.
From that day on, the Apaches ignored Pete Kitchen. At times, raiding parties would pass within sight of his house, but never closer than half a mile. Pete had more than proven himself as an enemy worthy of their steel, and his victory, one unparalleled in the entire history of Apache warfare, was final.
Hallelujah. You done it, Lord. Thank you.
This is a .50 caliber Sharps carbine, for which I have the greatest respect. So did the Apaches. This is the actual gun that Pete Kitchen carried in the Apache warfare, taken from his saddle by his brother-in-law, Manuel Ronquillo. It was loaned to us by Colonel Gil Proctor, the present owner of the Pete Kitchen Ranch, the old ranch house that now houses the Pete Kitchen Museum. Oh, yes. The original stronghold is still standing, just off the U.S. Highway 89 between Tucson and Nogales, a landmark to the memory of a doughty pioneer who refused to be driven out.